This audio horror series contains themes of horror and adult themes. Viewer discretion is highly advised. You have been warned. Lust. Lust is an overwhelming desire for physical pleasures, usually of a more mature nature. It clouds the mind and heart, reducing human relationships to mere physical satisfaction. Those driven by lust see others as objects to be possessed, consumed by carnal cravings. Out there, within the Hell Train Hotel, lust is in the air. But for one night, one person will discover monsters, beings who desire lust. I call this tale Lust, Last Night Stand. It was the year 1983, and the neon lights of the Hell Train Hotel flickered against the humid night. Inside the bar was buzzing with the energy of the weekend. Music pulsed, laughter echoed, and drinks flowed. Nick, a 30-something bachelor, was having the time of his life. He'd spent the night schmoozing with friends, drinking more than he should have, and soaking in the nightlight that always seemed to hum louder in the 80s. Then he saw her. She was standing at the edge of a bar, glowing beneath the soft red lights. Her black dress clung to her in all the right places. In her eyes, deep, dark, and possibly alluring, met his from across the room. She smiled. He saw a sultry smile that sent a chill down Nick's spine. She was breathtaking, the kind of woman you only saw in movies or dreams. Without thinking, Nick approached her. Her name was Liv, she said. Her voice was like silk, pulling him in. They talked for what felt like minutes, but must have been hours. The world outside that conversation faded away. Nothing else mattered. Her laughter was intoxicating. Her touch electric. When she leaned in, close, her lips brushing his ear, she whispered, "Let's get out of here." Nick didn't hesitate. They left the bar, hands intertwined, and headed for a couple suite within the Hell Train Hotel. One of the hotel's more private and luxurious rooms. The dim lighting and the red velvet decor gave the room a sensual atmosphere that was impossible to ignore. Liv moved with an unnatural grace, drawing Nick towards the bed. Feelings escalated quickly. the heat between them building as clothes fell to the floor. But just as Nick leaned in to kiss her again, something changed. Lil's eyes darkened. The soft allure vanished. Her gaze was no longer one of desire, but hunger. Nick froze, sensing something wasn't right. Her skin, once warm and soft, turned cold, and a sickening smile curled across her lips. Before he could move, her lips dug into his chest. Her nails like claws pierced through his skin. Nick gasped, a sharp pain radiating through his body. He tried to pull away, but her grip was like iron. And with a strength he hadn't imagined, she pinned him to the bed. Her beautiful features began to rip. Her eyes turning black and hollow, her skin growing pale and cracked like porcelain. Horns began to twist from her forehead, and her teeth sharpened and glistening. Lilith wasn't human. She had never been. She was a succubus. Please, Nick gasped, terror gripping him as he tried to struggle free. But his strength was draining fast. Lilith leaned closer, her breath hot against his face. Her voice now a guttural, growling whisper. Did you really think you could have me so easily? Lust is a dangerous thing, Nick. He tried to scream, but no sound came. Lilith's hand plunged deeper into his chest, tearing through muscle and bone as if it were nothing. Blood poured from the wound, and Nick's vision blurred with the pain. He could feel her fingers wrapped around something inside her. Something vital. His soul. With a gruesome pull, Lilith yanked his soul from his body. Nick's eyes went wide as he watched her devour it. Her sharp teeth tearing into the glowing, pulsing essence of his very being. His body convulsed, his heart shuddering in its last desperate beats. Lilith's form changed again, her skin sleek with blood as she licked her lips, satisfied. Nick's body lay still beneath her, lifeless and hollow, his soul completely devoured. She stood, her transformation completed. Her demonic wings stretched out as the last traces of humanity melted away from her face. As she stepped over Nick's empty corpse, the door to the suite creaked open, and the night's humid air wrapped it in. With a final glance back at the lifeless body on the bed, Lilith disappeared into the shadows, ready to hunt again. The next morning, the hotel staff found Nick's body. He looked peaceful, as if he died in his sleep, but his eyes were wide open, empty, hollow, and void of any life. No one would ever know what truly happened that night, but in the dark corners of the Hildreen Hotel, some guests still whispered about the woman with the black dress and the eyes that could steal your soul, waiting for the next man consumed by lust, to fall